Hey everyone, I'm Spatial Agent O, and I'm a member of the Coconut XR team. If you are looking for a way to create immersive web XR experiences, then you are at the right spot. Today, I'm going to help you get started with our ecosystem, and after that, you will be able to create simple and immersive user interfaces like this music player. In this tutorial, we'll discuss our individual libraries basics. Koestlich is our user interface library. Natuerlich is our WebXR interaction library. And Apfel Kruemel is our pre-designed component library. However, I will not cover the basics of Three.js or React 3 Fiber. That would go beyond the scope of today's tutorial. For my basic development setup, please fork and clone the repository linked below and use npm install afterward to install all necessary dependencies. If you want to get started immediately and follow this tutorial without any setup, check out the code sandbox linked in the comments. Now, using the command npm run dev, as we can see right here, we can start our development server and access the page in our browser. Right now, all we can see is a page full of nothing, and that's because we only provide an empty canvas for now. Looking back on our current setup, we will notice two important things. The first to notice is the canvas we provide. XR canvas imported from our library Natuerlich and configured to fill the whole screen. The second thing to notice is the constant CSS style. With it, we are disabling any unwanted interactions with our application. Now that we are familiar with the basic setup, we add our first element to the scene. That would be the color. We use black so it doesn't hurt our eyes. Second, we create a directional light pointing from position 1, 1, 2 to the origin. Next, we add a camera to the scene. It is positioned 1.5 meters above the ground. Then we add a root container. This root container is provided by our library Koestlich. It is necessary to add this container to your scene because we won't be able to create user interfaces without it. Inside our root container, you will see the glass element. We have given it a little border radius to create rounded corners and have given it a little padding as well. Furthermore, we are going to wrap the root container in a grabbable component and position it at 0, 1.5, minus 0.5. And now we have a glass element on our page and can move it across the screen like the music player before. Next, we add the AR and VR buttons, enabling you to enter your page in an immersive session. Therefore, we need the Enter AR and Enter VR functions for our respective buttons. We set local floor and hand tracking as required features for our music player. With our session option set, we can now use the Use Enter XR hook to create the Enter functions. We will then use these functions in the on-click handler of two buttons that will be appended to the end of the interface. They are positioned absolutely in the top left corner of the screen. After that, we'll add an immersive session origin, allowing us to place the player's origin in the 3D scene. By default, it is set at the coordinates 0, 0, 0. Now, we'll add the default hands and controllers, allowing users to rotate, resize, and reposition the glass panel in VR and AR. This integration ensures a seamless and interactive user experience across different virtual environments. Now that we made our application ready to be entered via AR and VR, we will add more UI elements to the music player. First, we'll begin by reducing the padding of the glass panel to 10 pixels. After that, we add a default style provider. With it, we are setting the default color for all text and icons inside it to white. Next, we add an image component and wrap it in a suspense mechanism to show the image we have inside our public folder. we manually set the index of the image to 0, assuring the correct order while the image is loaded asynchronously. Finally, using the text component, we enrich the content with the albums and artists' names. By carefully assembling these elements, we achieve a visually appealing and functional design for the glass panel. Lastly, we add the music player controls using our icon button from the Apfel Kruemel library, and for those buttons with icons from our Lucite Koestlich library. And that's it. If you made it this far, congrats! If you want to learn more about our libraries or us, check out their documentation or visit us on our Discord. The respective links are linked down below. I've been Spatial Agent O, and I'll see you next time.